Stand up for a safe Utah. That's the message today, all day here on KSL. We want to make sure you and your kids are aware of an amazing resource to prevent violence, suicide, and abuse here in our communities. It is called the Safe UT app. It's free, and it will connect parents and students with trained crisis counselors, either over the phone or a text chat. Safe UT also allows students and parents to submit anonymous tips to schools. They could be tips about bullying, abuse, and even school violence, and it is already working here in Utah. Lori?
Yeah, it really is, and the Granite School District uses this app, and it has helped students get the help that they really need. And here with us this afternoon is Kay Polton-Tim from the Granite School District, and let's talk about how this has impacted the district as a whole, because it not only covers mental health issues, but also bullying, and then even what we want our children to do, the see something, say something.
Absolutely. So we've been so excited to roll out Safe UT for the past 3 years in Granite. It's just another tool that our students and parents can use to report things that they're uncomfortable with at school, bullying, harassment, and to provide a safety net for our students that may have suicide ideation, to provide just another layer, someone else that they can talk with after school hours. We have trained mental health professionals in all of our secondary schools where we've rolled the app out primarily, and they're there during the school hours, but for our parents and our students, this just provides that safety net for when school's out.
We're really trying to urge people to download this app, and I've got it on my phone, and I'm just going to go ahead and put my password in. It is so very easy to use.
Easy. Yes.
Not only that, it's anonymous for those students, especially, and this is critical in light of the school shootings that this country has seen. You want kids, if they do see something, if they hear something, you want them to report it, but sometimes they don't want to so-called tell on their friends.
Absolutely. Yes, we love the anonymity of the tip line, where we have been getting, amazing tips. Every day within our district, we get 3 to 5 tips from across from all 25 of our secondary schools, and we just launched it in our elementary schools this past week to our parents. So it speaks the language that kids are using now. It's the technology that they're using. It's so easy to push a button, to send a quick tip, or to push a button and chat with someone if they're feeling sad or depressed and don't know where to turn.
Now, let me ask you, I know this is anonymous, but as a parent, let's say that perhaps my child contacted through the Safe UT app talking about how perhaps they were suicidal. At some point along the way, are parents notified? How does that exactly work?
So every district handles it a little bit differently. In Granite, those tips are immediately opened up by personnel at the school level. If it is a suicide tip, then they contact the student, bring them in, talk with them, and parents are contacted during that initial meeting. We take no threat of suicide lightly, and parents are brought into the loop very, very quickly. For our after-hours tips, we actually have Granite Police Department, and very lucky, we're one of the only school districts that have that, and we've created a very delineated flow chart that if a suicide tip comes in after hours, that our dispatch makes contact with the school personnel. They work through maybe other police agencies, and they do a wellness check on the student. So, and that has proved invaluable. And I absolutely know that we have saved lives by using this tip.
Well, of course, school shootings have been top of mind, but also at the top of this newscast, we talked about teen suicide, the leading cause of death among those teenagers. And so to tackle that in and of itself is a huge challenge. And I think this is a great start. So well done to Granite Schools. And for those parents maybe outside of the Granite School District, this is still for you.
Absolutely. It's for everyone. It's for adults. It's for students. Most of the school districts, or at least a lot of the school districts within Utah, have rolled it out. I don't have the exact statistics on that, but anyone can download this app. You don't have to be connected to any particular district. It does, if they are a student, ask for a school identification, so that if a it's a school-related tip, that it can go immediately to the school, and it can be resolved at that level. But for parents that want to report tips, they can report tips using this app. All of our district school homepages have an actual link to Safe UT. So if someone doesn't have a smartphone, that they can go through and use the internet, use a computer, and also report tips that way.
So something else to think about too. Kay, Polton, Tim, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it. From the Granite School District, really valuable information, and again, can save lives. Glad.